things have the potential right now to get very, very bearish very, very quickly. And what I want to do today is I want to discuss, first of all, what happened yesterday when the Fed announced the rate hike, what is currently happening right now, and what do we as traders have to be aware of on the chart if we want to take advantage of this volatility. Okay, so I don't know if you can smell that, guys, but it's starting to smell like a juicy technical analysis video, a very healthy one at that. So make sure to like, make sure to subscribe to the channel. So first of all, what happened yesterday? We got some bullish CPI data that came out on Tuesday, 2 days ago, which led to this big rally to the upside. Okay, and then leading up to the FOMC announcement, we got another rally, and then Bitcoin got rejected at a key level. Okay, just like the time I was in high school and I had a crush on this beautiful girl. Okay, it took me a long time, but I tried to get the courage to ask her out, and then I got a little too shy, and then finally I got the courage to ask her out. And do you know what she did? She absolutely rejected me. Okay, and from this point onward, I've never been able to get a girlfriend. But I'm sorry, that's besides the point. I'm going to leave my personal issues out of this. What happened when we came up to this level was that we got a very bearish sign on the chart. Okay, the 4-hour momentum waves on Market Cipher B were getting lower. The 4-hour money flow on Market Cipher B was getting lower as the price was getting higher. That's right, guys. It is the dreaded upside down Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boob pattern. The man boobs, for some reason, when Sam Bankman-Fried hangs upside down, his breasts, the left one is much bigger than the right one. Nobody knows why. And as the price gets higher and higher, and the man boobs are getting lower and lower, this is called a bearish divergence. And this is a very bearish pattern. We have not seen this on the chart since right before the FTX FUD. Okay, right here, again, we can see price getting higher and higher, the 4-hour momentum waves and money flow getting lower and lower. And this actually happened before all the FUD came out, before CZ from Binance tweeted. That gave us a signal that we were going to get a massive drop. But notice this, we did not get a drop for quite some time, right? It took us 9 days, actually. It took us 9 days before the real drop happened. So right now, what we are seeing on the chart could get very bearish very quickly. Now, this was a trade setup that was given in advance over in the VIP Discord, guys. A short from between the price of 18,118 and 18,300. And in the Discord, I specifically said this could get bearish. Why? Because we were getting that upside down Sam Bankman-Fried pattern on Market Cipher B. Also, guys, Boyan in the Discord gave the same setup. He'd like a move like this. He saw where we were at. He wanted to come up a little bit higher, touching almost 18.4 before the drop. This is a level that we were prepared for. And by the way, if you do want to join the community, guys, where we give the levels every single day, the trade setups we're looking for, multiple live streams a week, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. So here's the thing, guys. We came up to this level and our trade got triggered because we saw these bearish divergences. Okay, it got triggered just like a fat, white, ambiguously gendered college student majoring in trans, non-binary, cisgendered carbon emission studies. Okay? Now, what happens now? That is the question. Are we going to come lower, or are we going to get another move to the upside? Let me just say right now that as a trader, we cannot know for certain what is going to happen in the future. However, what we can do is we can prepare so that regardless of what happens, we have that plan in advance, so that we can snipe the trade, right? Just like the long trade that we sniped, set up given in advance from 16,855. We get to enter into the trade, guys, from 16,855, right? Right here, boom. I'm also in a long position, right? It is what it is. I like to short, I like to long. It's called the schlong, baby. I like to schlong, okay? Now, there is the potential that we get another move to the upside here. Last time we saw the 4-hour bear divs, look at what happened. We actually formed a double bottom, and then we got another move to the upside, okay? So just because we're seeing this now, it doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to get a massive move to the downside. However, it is very possible. So what we need to do is we need to identify what are the areas of support below us and what are the areas of resistance above us so we can be ready for our next trade. Now, the first area of support that we are coming to right now is 17,414. This is the value area high of the previous range. Now, why is this important? Now, first of all, this level is a level that we did give this morning in the VIP Discord as local support and resistance because it is an important level. So if we hold this level, there is hope for higher. But right now, if we lose this level, we have to understand that the price of every asset is always typically forming some kind of a sideways range. And the reason why it does this is because the market's always trying to find equilibrium and establish a fair value for any given asset. And if we come over here to prediction and management tools in TradingView and come down to the fixed range volume profile and just pull this thing across, what this is showing us here is this is actually establishing for us an area of fair value for the asset, meaning that the asset will always kind of want to stay in this area where these candles are shaded blue and purple. And if we get a move outside of it, price will typically come back in. If we get a move below it, price will typically come back up into it. Now, if it's a true breakout, okay, this right here would be considered a retest. If we can hold this area as support, this could act as a retest, right? Now, if we don't hold this area as support, then what typically is likely to happen is we will actually come back down and fill the entire value area and come back down to these lows, especially if we are getting these bearish signs on such high time frames. Okay, so what are the areas of support that we need to be aware of? First of all, 17.4. Second of all, let's pull out some Fibonacci's. I'm going to pull one from the low to the high, and we can see that we have the golden pocket retracement coming in right on that high volume node of this range. Okay, so if we lose 17.4, the next major area of support is going to be down here at 16.5. Okay, very, very important. Now, if we lose 16.5, guys, then we have to be aware that we are very likely to come down and test these lows again, okay? This really could be a major high that we put in. 17.4 is key. If we lose that, 16.5 is key. If we lose that, we are coming back down to test the lows of the range right down here at the low 15s. Now, this could actually get more bearish than testing the low of this range, and the reason is because typically when we see divergences like this on the 4-hour in a downward trend, which we are in, it means we are eventually going to break down from the range. So we have to be prepared for another move to the downside to potentially break down from this range and look for lower areas of support. Now, guys, if none of this stuff makes sense to you and you want to learn how to do technical analysis like this, check out the course at jasoncaspertrading.com. This course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader, so you always have a step A to step B to step Z plan in advance, so you can look at the chart, identify those areas where you want to enter a trade, identify when price comes to those areas, if it's time or not to enter a trade, where to set your stop loss, where to set your take profit, risk management, and all that stuff. Check out the testimonials here, guys. This course is literally changing the way thousands of people trade. Also, guys, make sure to follow me on Twitter. I'm giving away $1,000 on January 1st. Follow me on Twitter, guys. Follow the instructions in the pinned tweet. All right, so let's talk about levels of resistance above us. What if we do hold this level, and what if we get another move to the upside? If we do get another move to the upside, guys, there are two major areas of resistance that I am looking at where we potentially, if these bearish divergences continue on the 4-hour time frame, that we will get another major rejection, right? We might do something like what we did right here, where we get another move to the upside and then one big rejection. That's one scenario. Or another scenario, guys, is we simply just don't print bearish divergences and we start to just come up higher and higher. All right, all these scenarios are possible, but for right now, the next major area of resistance is going to be this. If we take the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement tool from the high that we put in on the Tuesday, November 8th wick to the low, we can see that we do have a golden pocket coming in right around 18,600. In addition, guys, that $18,600 level is very important, because if we take a fixed volume profile going all the way back to June, we can see that the value area low actually begins right here at the golden pocket. If we can come above this 18.6 area, and even more specifically this 19,136 high volume node, this is actually the doorway into higher prices. All right, if we can reclaim that 18.6 to 19,135 area of resistance, right? Then we are talking about potentially, I mean, you guys, like, I mean, these aren't exact levels, right? These aren't exact levels. Like, we could, they're more like zones, but I mean, this circle right here is a very crucial zone. So if we come above here, it's very, very probable that we actually then start to fill the inefficiencies that we have in the chart and potentially get a relief rally all the way up to potentially 25K. But before we do that, this is key resistance here. So if we do find support and we get another move up, and the 4-hour time frame is still showing us that dreaded upside down Sam Bankman-Fried man boob pattern, aka the upside down uneven butt cheek pattern, where you got the left butt cheek very juicy and the right butt cheek not so juicy, right? This is just what we saw over here on the 4-hour time frame before the FTX FUD, right? We clearly saw a pair of glutes right here. The left glute very juicy, full of ravioli. The right glute not so juicy, full of ravioli, right? This gives us the move to the downside. If we see that, be aware of these levels above us, 18.6 to 19,150-ish, okay? These are the major areas of support and resistance that I am looking at right now for Bitcoin, okay? And basically, we need to be aware for more upside. We need to be aware for more downside. We need to have a plan in advance. If we are coming down to these supports, what do we want to see? If we are actually going to hop into a long trade, we want to see Sam Bankman-Fried, not upside down, but right side up, okay? We want to see the waitress at the diner coming out with our cup of coffee, right? She's an old woman. She lives in Brooklyn. She's got a raspy voice like this with the Brooklyn accent. She smokes too many cigarettes, right? She's coming out with your cup of coffee. All right, now when she's limping out to your table because it's hard to walk straight when you got uneven butt cheeks, take a look at her butt over here. She keeps the tip money in the right-hand side where that right butt cheek is nice and small compared to the left one. If we're going to be coming down to these areas, guys, then we do want to see something like this, where we're actually seeing momentum coming up as the price is coming down. If we don't see that, please be cautious because we could come down much lower. So I just want to come in, make a quick update for you guys. May God bless all of you in the name of Jesus the Messiah. I pray everybody watching this video is very blessed in many ways. I know not everyone's religious. That's totally fine. I still pray that you're blessed. Guys, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in joining the community, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. If you're interested in the course, you can go to jasoncaspertrading.com. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Peace.